The fifth state voting this poll season is India's youngest state. 3.26 crore voters will decide the fate of 2,290 candidates for 119 seats in Telangana. What started as a three-cornered contest between the ruling BRS, BJP and the Congress towards the end turned into a direct battle between Congress and the BRS. KCR, the two-term chief minister, is hoping for a third term. Congress's morale is boosted by the victory in neighbouring state of Karnataka, and the BJP is hoping, like 2019, where it won 4 Lok Sabha seats, it will spring a surprise this time too. Let me go straight to Uma, who's joining me from ground zero where the election is happening. Uma, you have been reporting since early morning. What is the mood like now? Is the urban apathy of which Hyderabad is known for, or should I say infamy is associated with that? Are there some good signs this morning?
Yes, indeed. The early voters are certainly in, and very visible enthusiasm among them to come and vote. And everyone who we spoke to, in fact, spoke about the need to vote, the responsibility that voters have. And all of them, in fact, insisted literally to appeal to the rest of the people to come out and vote, because they do understand that this is the responsibility of the people of Hyderabad.
Uma, just hold on to your thoughts. Just hold on to your thoughts. Revant Reddy is speaking. Let's listen in.
पहली बार वोट मिला, उन लोग अभी तेलंगाना के भविष्य आगे ले जाने वाले हैं। तो हम लोग कांग्रेस पार्टी जो 6 गारंटीज दिए एंड जो तेलंगाना डेवलपमेंट मॉडल देश के लिए एक रास्ता दिखाएंगे, इस चुनाव में अच्छा नई सरकार बना दे के लोगों का उम्मीद पूरी करने के लिए कांग्रेस पार्टी कोशिश करेंगे।
क्या लगता है कि BRS को कांग्रेस एक तगड़ी ये संघर्ष करेगा और मात दे पाएगी?
तो मैं आप 2/3 मेजॉरिटी से कांग्रेस पार्टी सरकार बनेगी। भारत जोड़ो यात्रा के बाद तेलंगाना में बहुत सारे बदलाव आए। अभी जैसा जैसा यहाँ के पार्टी BRS, BJP एंड MIM मिलकर कांग्रेस पार्टी को हराने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे, आज भी जो ड्रामा चल रहा है, मेरे ख्याल से नागार्जुन सागर में जो हो रहा है, CEO has to take care of all those things. Why? Because now the government is working under CEO. He has to take care. So यहाँ पर अगर रिजॉल्व नहीं हुए तो दिसंबर 9 को हमारी सरकार बनेगा। हम चर्चा से हर समस्या को हम एक रास्ता दिखाएंगे। इसीलिए मैं बार बार कहता हूँ, KCR कभी तेलंगाना समस्याओं को हल्का करने के लिए कोशिश नहीं किए। इनके फेल्यूर्स आज भी दिख रहा है। तो अभी KCR को कुछ बोलने से भी कोई फायदा नहीं है, क्योंकि इज आउटगोइंग चीफ मिनिस्टर, ही डजंट हैव एनी रोल टू प्ले एंड ही डजंट हैव एनी इंटरेस्ट टू प्ले आल्सो। सो ही इज हैविंग ओनली पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट, फैमिली इंटरेस्ट। सो इसीलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी हर जगह में जिम्मेदारी से हम काम निभाएंगे। हर समस्या को एक नई रास्ता, एक अच्छे रास्ता, 2 प्रदेशों के लोग मिलकर हम आपस में जियोग्राफिकल तेलंगाना आ चुके हैं। हमको कोई मुद्दा नहीं है, कोई भी मुद्दा है तो हम चर्चा कर लेंगे। चर्चा से हम हर समस्या को कुछ रास्ता दिखाएंगे। कांग्रेस पार्टी इसमें दिसंबर 9 के बाद सरकार बनते ही हर समस्या पे हम ध्यान देंगे।
ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ పోలీసులు నాగార్జున సాగర్ డ్యామ్ మీద ఉన్నట్టుగా ఉన్నా కూడా తెలంగాణ పోలీసులు కానీ విజిలెన్స్ కానీ గుర్తించలేకపోయిందన్న విమర్శ వస్తుంది.
ఇది ఏం లేదు, అది స్ట్రాటజిక్ మూవ్. ఎందుకంటే 10 సంవత్సరాలు, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 9.5 సంవత్సరాలు అయింది. నాగార్జున సాగర్ ఎక్కడికి పోదు, ఆ గేట్లు ఎక్కడికి పోవు.
Revant Reddy, face of the Congress party in the state of Telangana, someone who was leading this entire campaign. Let me go back to Uma Sudhir. Uma, over to you. Speak to the voters. Give us a sense of what's happening early this morning.
So the enthusiasm certainly there, but till the end of the day, we are not going to know what the kind of numbers are going to be. As always, in fact, the rural voters are always the ones who go and vote in much bigger numbers than the urban voters. आप सब सुबह सुबह आए हैं, क्या वोटर एंथुसियाज्म दिख रहा है आपको?
यस मैडम, वेरी मच। आज का दिन तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि एक जमहूरी त्यौहार कह सकते हो आपने। पूरे लोगों को बहुत इंटरेस्ट है और एक्साइटेड है, एंड वी आवर पीपल आर वेरी एक्साइटेड टू कास्ट आवर वोट, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर team already been cast the vote and they are very happy, and it's like a festival kind of thing. And it's not a festival, it's a festival for us.
Okay, so the weekend is what is. The people, in fact, are using this as a holiday as well. But no, everyone that we have spoken to certainly talking about the fact that they want to come out and vote, to give the credit to the Election Commission and several other civil society organizations as well, who have been going out and telling people the importance of why they need to vote. And I think the social media and mainstream media also has been used quite well to send across this message that it doesn't help to just sit at home and complain, and that you need to go out and cast your vote.
All right, Uma, we'll come back to you as soon as, KTR arrives in that polling booth. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's listen in to other sound bites that have come in this morning. K. Kavita, BRS leader, has spoken. So has G. Kishan Reddy. You can see him on your television screens. He is the Telangana BJP president. Allu Arjun, movie star, junior NTR, all of them have gone out and cast their votes. So certainly motivating ordinary people of the state, go out, exercise your right. This is an important day. As you heard from one of the voters, he said that this is the festival of democracy.
मैं तमाम अहलियान हैदराबाद से, शहरियान हैदराबाद से, तेलंगाना के तमाम वोटर से, राय दहिंदगान से मेरी अपील है कि वो निकल कर अपने वोट का इस्तेमाल करिए। अभी 9 बज रहे हैं, आपके पास शाम में 5 बजे तक टाइम है। हैदराबाद की खूबसूरती को बरकरार रखने के लिए, तेलंगाना की गंगा जमुनी तहजीब को और हमारे इस रियासत की भाईचारगी को मजबूत बनाने के लिए, इसको खूबसूरत रखने के लिए, जमहूरियत को मजबूत करने के लिए, संविधान में और एतमाद और भरोसा पैदा करने के लिए मेरी तमाम आवाम से अपील है कि ज़रा निकलिए घर से। ये घर में बैठकर छुट्टी मनाने का दिन नहीं है। अपनी आवाज़ को, अपनी पसंद को, नापसंद का इजहार करने का दिन है। तो मेरी आप तमाम लोगों से अपील है कि निकलिए, आधा एक घंटे के लिए निकलकर अपने वोट का इस्तेमाल करिए, 100% पोलिंग करिए, ताकि हम अपनी मुल्क को मजबूत कर सकें, मुल्क की जमहूरियत को मजबूत कर सकें, आइन को मजबूत कर सकें। और ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हर वो शख्स जिसका नाम वोटर लिस्ट में है वो अपने घर से रवाना होकर अपने वोट का इस्तेमाल करें, ताकि आवाम की कामयाबी हो सके।
सर, आप एज ए वोटर आपके जहन में क्या?
वोट तो डालना जरूरी होता है, क्योंकि जब भी इलेक्शन होता है तो वोट डालना जरूरी होता है। अगर आप नहीं डालेंगे तो आपका कोई हक भी नहीं बनता कि आप क्या बोलते हम किसी से क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं या किसी से आप पूछ सकते हैं कि ऐसा डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ। तो मैं समझता हूँ सही जगह पे वोट डालेंगे तो सही रिजल्ट आएंगे। बूथ के लोगों के लिए मैं यही करूँगा कि बूथ में रहे, जुड़े और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वोट डलाएं और लड़ाई झगड़ों से दूर रहें।
भारत के प्रजातंत्र में जो वोट डालने का अधिकार, वो महत्वपूर्ण जो वेपन है, इसको पूरे लोग उपयोग करना चाहिए। मैं सभी जनता से, भाई बहनों से अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं, आप घर से बाहर निकलकर पहला वोट डालना अपना फर्ज है, अपना रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, जरूरी भी है। इसलिए सभी लोग वोट डालने के लिए बाहर आइए।
Well, my request especially to the urban voters, please come out in large numbers and vote. Urban youth, both women and men, please utilize your right that you are being given by the Constitution. If you are not going to use it, you are going to lose it, and it is not going to help anybody. It is a very crucial aspect of nation building process. Please come out in large numbers and vote, especially urban crowd across Telangana. I request you, because in villages the voting percentage has been decent, but in urban it has been very less in the last election also. Please come out in large numbers and vote quickly.
Let me bring in my guest now, Sandeep Shastri, Professor and Coordinator at Lokniti Network. Dr. Pula Rao is a senior journalist. We have Professor Rekha Rao, member of the BRS, and Ram Mohan Reddy, national spokesperson of the Congress. Good morning to all the panelists and thank you for joining early morning on NDTV. Professor Shastri, a battle between a national party in the Congress and a regional party is always seen as a battle of unequals. This time it is Congress versus BRS, but there is also a BJP in the fray. Would you say that towards the end it became a bipolar contest with the BJP campaign having lost its steam?
Maria, good morning. And 2 points on what you said. I wouldn't fully concede the point that a contest between a multi-state party and a single state party is uneven. I think in state elections today, local issues have come to dominate, and therefore a single state party has equal opportunities and challenges and chances to challenge a multi-state party. That is my point, friend. My second point is, yes, it is increasingly seen as a bi-party contest constituency-wise. What I mean is, in many seats, it's a BRS versus Congress fight. In some seats, it's a BRS versus BJP fight. In some seats, it's a Congress versus BJP fight. In some states, the AIAMM is also a key contestant. So it is not a multi-party contest at the constituency level. At the constituency level, it's clearly a bi-party contest, which makes the contest so very interesting. As have been said by a lot of your guests on the show, I will be looking out for urban voter turnout because that has not been very high. And if there is a significant increase in rural voter turnout, that also would be an indication of trends that would be emerging in the course of today's voting.
Okay. Dr. Pula Rao, what will you be watching out for today?
See, the main thing is in this election, by and large, what Mr. Shastri has said, will the urban voter come out? One thing I think is clear. In the rural areas, the Congress has revived very strongly. But in the urban areas, I don't think it is such a big player. They will be triangular fights. There is a high voting percentage in the urban areas, then, the election may take a different turn. And the second point also is there is no disruptive elements. In the whole 119 seats, there are 3 parties or there is a MIM, except for one stray iconic figure in this election which has emerged. In the seat of Kolhapur, a girl called Buffalo Sister has emerged as a very big viral force in Telangana, pointing out all the evils of electioneering. So there's not much disruption. We can expect, as some seats, it's a bipolar. In some seats, it's this party against that party, because automatically people want to either vote for the government or for the opposition. We have to wait, see how the voter turnout in urban areas is. Urban areas are a stronghold of, I think, BRS and BJP, not the Congress so much if you went by the last Hyderabad mayor elections and other elections. So the election is not over. The election is just beginning. Despite all the hype which has gone, yes, Revant Reddy has got new energy, but if he doesn't make it in urban areas, then it will be difficult to see Congress stretching on to victory. We have to watch the urban vote, and I think Telangana is now 45 to 50% urban voters. And when KCR took over in 2014 to now 10 years, there's been a change of nearly 40% in the electorate. It's a new electorate. It's not the same electorate which was there in 2014. How will the new voters react? How will the new voters react in the last 5 years? Are they going towards the BJP? Are they with BRS? So there are a lot of new voters who have not voted for the Congress before in the last 10 years. So all these changes, this is a small state, 119 seats, a critical state, one of the richest states in the country. Don't forget that.
Yes,
the fight
absolutely.
is fierce.
Yes, I agree. And given the kind of raids that took place and also seizure in terms of the number of recoveries that have happened, 709 crores in all recovered during those raids that were conducted by the Election Commission. So a lot of money power at play in Telangana as well. But let me bring in Professor Rekha Rao. Professor Rekha Rao, talking about the disruptive element, as Dr. Pula Rao was mentioning, Gajwel, which is the constituency from where, one of the constituencies from where KCR is contesting, there are 44 candidates that are there in the fray. So is it really much of a headache, or would you say that, since 2014 he has been winning this seat, so it will be a cakewalk for him?
It is going to be a cakewalk. It is not a question of concern because the people, especially in the rural areas, they are very active, and before they cast their vote, they think and then only they cast. If we see the number of welfare schemes, what is being given, they are superb, they are fabulous, and each and every household, they are getting it. For example, when we talk about Shadi Mubarak or Kalyan Lakshmi, wherever a girl or a daughter is there in the BPL families, the support is there. And again, double bedroom. Yes, roti, kapra and makan.
Okay. We'll try and connect with her. There seems to be some problem with... Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Professor Rao. Rekha Rao, if you can hear me, ma'am. Okay, we'll go back to her in just a bit. But Ram Mohan Reddy, the Congress party in these elections managed to ensure that its second generation leader, 54-year-old Revanth Reddy, is there on the scene. You could not really do so in other states. Barring Chhattisgarh, where your leader is in his 50s, the other two states have veterans in Mr. Kamal Nath and Mr. Ashok Gehlot.
Not comparing with any other senior leaders in other states. Here, Revanth Reddy has balanced all the age categories and who have revived Congress party from grassroots levels. And today, the aspirations, people are looking for the change. So, which party can do that? So, people are looking forward for a party which can fulfill the aspirations of people, like jobs and the schemes and the 6 guarantees, which counts on like for welfare. So 100% this time, winds are blowing quite strong in favor of Congress party here in Telangana.
Okay. Professor Sandeep Shastri, Kamareddy is a seat to watch out for, many say, because it is on this seat that the chief minister, this is the second seat that has been chosen by the sitting chief minister and BRS chief, and it's also a seat in which he is facing Revanth Reddy. Why do you think the Congress agreed to field Revanth Reddy, or do you think they wanted to make that positioning of two faces?
Maria, if you look at state assembly elections, even if you look at Karnataka as an example, this is something which both the BJP and Congress have tried in the past. They have pitted very, very senior, visible leaders of their parties against a leader in the opposition, a prospective chief minister candidate, a sitting chief minister candidate. And interestingly, you will notice in the case of the Congress leader and in the case of the ruling party leader, there are 2 seats which they are contesting from. So one is a seat where they are sure they are hoping that they would be able to win, whereas the other seat is more a prestige fight which has been taken up by them. So this is the trend you are seeing, so that you launch against your opponent a very tough contest in the seat of its leader. And the hope is that you will then confine the leader to that particular seat during the campaign. But I don't think that happened in Telangana. The leaders did go around campaigning and were not limited to their seat simply because of the toughness of the possible contest that was there in those seats.
And would you say that this is also a personal grudge fest for Revanth Reddy, because in 2018 assembly elections, the BJP went all out to defeat Reddy in his own home constituency of Kodangal?
Undoubtedly, there are personal factors, professional rivalry, political differences that crop up in any contest, and history has to be taken in context in these elections. So yes, that factor is very much there. And again, Telangana is not new to this. If you look around the country, these prestige battles have always been fought, and the impact of that prestige battle, the ripples of that battle is seen for many years subsequently. So I think this is true in Telangana also. These prestige battles are there. And given the strength of the fight that you have between the BRS, the Congress, and the BJP, I think these battles become even more visible. And of course, with the 24/7 media, these prestige battles become the focus of attention for everybody to watch.
Dr. Pullarao, you know, the state has seen complete dominance of KCR. But what changed post 2019 Lok Sabha elections? Because it was then that the BRS managed to win just over half of the 17 seats in the state. Do you think that is when the dimensions or the challenger changed? Or would you say that what happened few months ago is not same as what is playing out right now? Did the BRS get lost in the surround sound in which the BJP was taking it head on and forgot that there is an enemy, a strong party in the offing, which is the Congress, which had strong booth presence?
You see, the BJP got only 7% vote in 2018 assembly election. 2019, it reached 20%. So it became a real opposition. Modi, Amit Shah started concentrating in Telangana and building it up along with Bandi Sanjay. That's a new factor in Telangana. The other thing, you know, most of us give little value to is there's been overexposure of KCR and his family. I'm not talking into the merits of his work or demerits. Overexposure. Everywhere you turn around, you see it's the opposite of, say, Naveen Patnaik, who is reclusive, comes out, saves his charisma. There has been overexposure. And that eventually, whatever the results of this election come out, we'll have to see how much has overexposure damaged this product. Too much of it. And naturally also, I think maybe you overlooked one aspect. Caste is also playing a very big role this time. You know, caste is playing a role because some communities want to recapture power for their communities. In all this change, caste is a constant.
No, but why are you saying that caste is playing a role this time? Isn't caste a constant factor always?
No, in the 2014, the agitation mode, the getting Telangana, caste was subsumed by the idea of Telangana. Yes, it was because the state
was, created at that time. So the larger issue was the identity of the state.
Then slowly, the social relations, the rural elections, all of this caste started playing a part. So caste is a factor in this election. We'll have to see how it plays out. And yes, Congress party has openly given a lot of support to this theory. Maybe I'm not correct, but that's what the people's perception is. Caste is a factor. How much did it play? Will the spirit of Telangana prevail? Or the BJP's national thing? Urban areas in the BJP capture more votes. So these are new factors which have come in. And perhaps KCR has not been able to address them sufficiently.
Okay. Professor Rekha Rao, in urban pockets, you have BJP as a headache. In rural parts, the concerns are of rising Congress stocks. So which is the bastion or which is the area which is for you?
I feel BRS has got no threat, and especially in the urban area. As I would just get back to the first question, what you asked about Gajwal and KCR. He is very independent over there and there is no second threat. The reason is that if you see the public welfare schemes, it touches everything. For example, Arogya Lakshmi. Just because of Arogya Lakshmi and Kanti Velugu, medical health care in Telangana is number 3 in India. We rank number 3 in India. This is not a report by BRS government or by me, it is by Niti Aayog. And again, what is the rank of health condition of India in the global aspect? It is out of 195 countries, we are just 66. Again, education, which is very important for development. The youngest state of the nation, Telangana, it is number 9. When we take India, 37% of the world's illiterates are in India. What is the government doing? Unemployment. Yes, we are having so many big MNCs coming, like Google, Microsoft. They are opening big offices over here. But when we talk about India, it is in 86th position. That is 8.5% of the unemployed people are in India. And then the youngest state of the nation, it is the highest contributor. And again, the per capita income wise, when we talk about it is again highest contributor. This is from the Minister of Statistics. So when we see these things, the youngest state is always leading. When we talk about exports in landlocked category. According to Niti Aayog, again not by Telangana government or Telangana CM, it is number 4. When we talk about farmers, again Niti Aayog says that it is in top 10. Then farmer suicide globally in India is in 49th. What is BJP doing over there?
But ma'am, all this data, are the people of the state convinced about these data, or do they feel that a change would be a great idea because of anti-incumbency which is there against the Congress? Is Mr. KCR the dominating image in these elections? A quick word from you, Ram Mohan Reddy, and then I'll go to Professor Shastri to wrap up this discussion.
And all the data which has been revealed by the BRS party been true, then KCR will not be shifting to, from Gajwel to Kamariti. Why did he shift from Gajwel to Kamariti? Why is he contesting from 2 places? If everything is right, there is no anti-incumbency. Like Papa Raoji mentioned, like the factors like caste is playing a role. Yes, it may play a role, but not to the extent where the factors like unemployment and inflation and corruption are playing now. See, there is so much of anti-incumbency in the state here. So, in no way BJP or BRS are going to do better when compared with the rest. There were times 100%, where people believed BJP could outthrow TRS alias BRS party, but after they being exposed like one and the same, both are the same, like BJP equal to BRS, because both were helping each other and people, just lost the trust on them, on BJP especially. So there is no place for BJP also here in Telangana.
Okay.
100% this time it is going to be the wave of Congress, and the people are inclined towards it.
Okay, Professor Shastri, a quick word from you. In every election, towards the end, on the day of polling, we watch out for the women voters. How much of women voters will be a significant number to watch out for in the state of Telangana?
Maria, it is beyond a shadow of doubt now that women voters are playing a major role. Across the country, state elections, Lok Sabha elections, and Telangana also would be a case in point. Women voters do not look only at women issues, they look at family issues, they look at what governments have done for the welfare and well-being and the upkeep of the towns and cities and the villages, and what they have done to contribute to the family's well-being. And I think women voters will evaluate performances of government when taking this stand. They don't do it on the basis of promises. They do it on the basis of what they see on the ground. And in that sense, it will be a major test for the current ruling government. Is there anti-incumbency? I have a reason to believe it is visibly there. Is the Congress sufficiently placed to capitalize on this anti-incumbency? That I'm not sure. Has it done enough to be able to seriously challenge the BRS and prevent it from getting a majority? This, I think, will be tested today, and we will wait for Sunday to find out whether actually that has happened.
All right. So there is anti-incumbency, but is the Congress machine strong enough to capitalize on that anti-incumbency? All those questions that have been raised by Professor Shastri will be answered perhaps on 3rd, and this will be your election news destination. Really appreciate your time, Professor Shastri, Dr. Pulla Rao, Professor Rekha Rao, and Ram Mohan Reddy.